Hello, my Pisces. It's Sagittarian Truth Seeker here, and I am here with your starting over healings reading. Okay, this could be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, however you want it to apply, and it will resonate whenever. Okay, this is not really a time thing here. All right, so in the shadows we have the King of Swords, which is some of you could have an air sign in your life, or this could be the overall energy of you now or where we're wanting to be. Okay, but very smart. Knowing how to communicate, knowing how to make decisions, okay? This is what that portrays, but this is the shadow energy. So let's see what's really going on. I have a rhetorical question. It is, when I am overwhelmed, how can I slow down? All right, so that is a question for you, not to answer, not for me to answer, but for you to answer as your own, because this is a collective reading. So what's going on is we have a lot on our plate, or we've had a lot on our plate here. And now we're having to maybe figure out how to go more at a pace instead of an overload, all right? So let's see, where have you been? The High Priestess, all right? You've been the High Priestess. You've been in the energy of the High Priestess, and that makes sense, my Pisces energy. So you've got a lot of intuitive things going on with you, a lot of spiritual, a lot of changes, a lot of things being shown to you. And I feel like you may be at a point where you, even though you've downloaded all this knowledge and you gained all this knowledge, it's like, what do I do with it? Okay. These are dreams. These are things happening to you, things being taken away, things being given to you. And it's like, I feel like I have to do so much, and really you don't. The universe is just throwing it at you. And anytime that you need for them to slow down, just tell them that. Okay. But this could just be in life as well too. Some of you could have been dealing with Cancer or Libra energy. But you've been more in the spiritual realm, I will say. A lot of things that happen to you are more on the spiritual realm. They're more for guidance, even if you don't know. But I feel like what this is for you to be able to make decisive decisions in the physical world. Really trying to help you. Okay, so that's where we've been. Now, the lesson that we have learned, look at that. Self-satisfaction. And if you haven't learned this lesson, maybe you're still going through it. But the Nine of Cups is about having over enough than what you need. It's about having a lot. Okay? But I feel like some of you have felt over. Some of you have just learned what happiness is. Even if you're not 100% in that Nine of Cups energy, you know what it takes to get there. You know, you've had an experience of what it feels like. Now it's just taking those steps to get to this fulfillment, to get to this relaxed energy, to get the I am enough, the energy that I'm in is enough, the people that I'm around, the money that I make, any type of area in your life, because everybody is different. My Nine of Cups is I am enough, I have enough, okay? So we've learned how that energy is. We've learned even how to get to it. But how do we get to it? You know, I feel like I have to do a whole bunch of stuff to get to this. Just know to slow down and take your time. Okay? High Priestess, divine timing. No timing is set for your movement. Okay? There's just a lot of information I feel like is being given to you. A lot of pushing, a lot of force. And you're becoming overwhelmed. But like I said, you can always ask for them to slow down a little bit if you are not at judgment. Or if you're not at the death card in reverse to where you've been stagnant. If you've been stagnant, the universe is going to force it, and you still can take it a step at a time. They're not going to do it to where you just totally crumble, okay? You just have to ask for that support. Next, situation that you had to let go of. Wow. Some of you, marriage. Some of you, a commitment or some type of agreement. Justice is about agreement. It's about a strict way of something being done. It could be your own rules. It can be your own laws that you had distributed for yourself, and it's not working anymore. Not the way that you aligned it to. Some of you have to get rid of a Libra, like I've already said. Libra and air signs, they pop up, water signs as well. Some of you had to give up a level of hierarchy. Okay, instead of being the judge of everybody else or dictating what other people do, you had to focus more on you. You could have had a job where you were like that too, and it's either way, you had to kind of step back and find your happiness, your truth. Okay, so a situation that still needs, look at that, I said the freaking Judgment card. Okay, so what needs to be repaired is your calling. Your calling. What do you want to do? Some of you, there's some more things that you have to let go of. But a lot of you had to let go of trying to be in control and dictate. Even when it came to your own life, the High Priestess comes in and it works its magic, and the universe comes in. And it's like you're no longer in charge. We're having to do a walk-in for you and kind of help guide you so we can get you on the right track. Now, judgment could be forgiveness of somebody else. Okay? But it also could be trying to find your own way. What is my calling? It is like to answer your call, your gift, what it is you're supposed to be doing. And for some of you, you're very gifted. You have a lot of directions that you can go in. You have a lot of options as far as dating. You know, and you don't know. You just know how you want to feel, not necessarily exactly where you want to be with that feeling. And I hope that really made sense to you guys. And so what happens next? Look at that. I told you, I said you emotionally know where you want to be, but you don't physically know. You know later. 8 of Pentacles. This is when you actually begin to physically work on, and I feel like you guys, the thing is one goal. One goal at a time. One person at a time, one part of your life at a time. But this is you putting dedication and making a decision to do this, whatever it is, whether it's a person, place, thing, or situation. But what you learn is that self-satisfactory goes a long way. That even gives you the energy to do what you want to do. Now, what we're still trying to repair or still trying to deal with is cleaning our slate. These are karmic debt cards as well. So we may have been cleaning up some karmic debt, some things that we have done. We may have a little bit more work to do. Remember, karmic debt is anything that you've done, even if you didn't think it was that serious. It's trying to, what judgment does is try to get rid of everything that you have done that would shield your path. Okay? It could be something minor. It's like, oh yeah, I dissed this girl, or I dissed this guy, and I chose somebody. I mean, you have to get rid of all that type of energy. Like all that type of karmic energy to have a clear path. So we're still clearing karmic debt, but we're working on it. Okay. And next, what happens in the near future? Oh my God. Look at that. You get the 8 of Pentacles and the Emperor. Some of you, you get a new job. Your calling is a job. You have all these high type of cards. You have all this support from higher, like from the universe. From your guides. You have some ancestors really watching over you here. But you go from the 8 of Pentacles, which is really hard work and dedication on what you want. Then you get that stability, that foundation, that job, that commitment, that relationship, whatever. You get it. You get it. But I feel like the knowledge or the real lesson or what it's trying to push you towards is you don't have to do it all in one day. And I feel like when people come into spiritual awakenings or they have this major change in their life, they feel like, okay, I have to do all this now. And that's not how it's going to work, efficiently and fluidly. If you build something too fast, you could get a part. and then everything falls apart. So you're going to be slow, methodical, and meticulous with the way that you move about anyway in your life, okay? And so where you're headed, the Six of Cups, that's harmony, that's connections, that's even like that childlike energy. So this can go a number of ways for a lot of people, but the universe definitely had your back with this one, okay? All right, guys, thank you. Have a blessed one.